Welcome back to the Over the Top podcast. I'm Brandon.
I'm Juan.
And I'm Nick.
And thank you for joining us for another week of Champions League discussion, football matters and such. Let's get into it, boys. How's everybody's week? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
You know, we were a little busy. We were a little busy, you know.
Well, yeah, we're filming on a Monday today. We usually film on Sundays, but I actually do want to say something important about the podcast right now. We're going to be dropping starting this week. Episodes will be dropping on Tuesdays. So over the top Tuesdays, you can expect the podcast Tuesday mornings. Every Tuesday, you'll get an episode. So that's the new schedule. We did drop a couple podcasts back to back this week. You got 3 and 4 in rapid succession, 2 days between, and then you're going to get this one tomorrow. So there's a lot to catch up on in between the week, but the next one will drop next Tuesday and then every Tuesday after that. Just a little housekeeping to start the pod. What are you men saying? How are we doing? How's everybody feeling today? Y'all looking kind of quiet. You're not ready to pod?
I'm in a little bit of a somber mood after
your team got their ass bust. Is that why? Is that why? It's because your team got smoked. A little bit of a
rough week in the Champions League. Not gonna lie.
Let's call back to next week. If you watch episode 4, his takes were all wrong. I just want to put that out. So you had who? You had Milan and Tottenham. I watched back the pod.
Yeah.
You were pretty confident there that they were going to rise to the occasion at the Serie A.
It's true. It's another, I feel like, example of me being a Premier League fanboy and thinking all the teams are a little better than they really are.
We all fall victim to it.
Not me.
well,
I've been saying for the longest time that the Prem is so overrated.
As a Spaniard, I believe he's a touch biased, but he wasn't wrong here. You know what I mean?
Listen, just look at the European trophies that the Spanish league compared.
That's a solid point.
This is one of those.
English teams.
Not gonna lie, they had us in the first half.
After the second
leg, after the second leg, come talk to me. But I'm still picking Tottenham to go through, to be honest.
But yeah, I mean, 1-0 win at home, respectable from Milan. Like I said, I didn't think they were going to fold at home like that. That's a little in the Champions League, you know, and they're pretty a decent side. So 1-0 at home.
Wait, I have a super important question though.
Yeah.
Before you continue, are away goals still a thing?
I was about to touch on that. So is it? Is that? I know they change rules every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't know soccer anymore. When I have kids, I don't know if I can say play the whistle. I don't know
why they would change it though. I feel like away goals are like the best thing that ever happened to Champions League.
I mean, yeah, it adds gravitas to each match.
Here it says UEFA has scrapped away goals in the knockout rounds of the Champions League.
Corny.
And Europa League and Europa Conference League. So your answer is they don't matter.
UEFA, you corny. That's corny. You're ruining the game.
But I feel like, all right. So does that make the game more interesting, or does it make it not as interesting?
I think away goals made it more interesting. So let's say Tottenham even tied during the week. That's a very interesting second leg. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just a game. Like we had games where there were ties and people went through on that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was important, but I don't know. They changed. I
love the away goals.
I like away goals.
It added like a lot of good drama to like
exactly.
Like they're down 2 goals, but technically they score 1. And,
exactly.
You know, they're straight back in it. So
I do like the away goals. That I don't think we should have scrapped it. I don't know. I'm gonna read up. I don't know if there's any reasoning behind it, like if there was some research done or whatever. But I don't see.
It forced the other team to score more goals. That's why it made the game
exactly. And then
they were pressed to score more.
And you remember those games where we're like, oh, they're not. Can they score like 4? And then they do it. And like, oh my God, this is one of the greatest Champions League games we've ever seen in our life.
Yeah, exactly.
It does take away from the drama of it, I guess, but
yeah, and it made like home field advantage a little. It
mattered
away because
it mattered. If you can go in somebody's house and even eke out a tie or a 1-0 win, you're going good coming back home.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was something that was cool and like very specific to soccer that is like different. It's not in any other sport.
It wasn't comparable. You can't say like, oh, you had a 50-piece in the Rockets stadium that's worth more than a 50-piece at home. 50-piece, 50-piece. or whatever sport you want to do. That's just what it is. But like that carried more, like goals carried more weight.
Wow. It's a good thing that they don't have that in basketball because everyone drops like a 50 piece in the Garden. So
don't do that. We're not even going to touch that. So Chelsea, Dynamo Zagreb.
No, Chelsea.
Excuse me. Chelsea, Dortmund. Chelsea, Dortmund.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good goal. Okay, so yeah, how do you feel about that? Because I like that.
I predicted. I mean, Chelsea's been in horrible form. I said it's hard to play at Dortmund Stadium. And
you did make that. That was a great point.
And they lost in the Prem too this past weekend. I'm pretty sure.
And that goal, bro,
Southampton
burned.
Like how many?
He got
$1 billion.
Burned.
$1 billion, and they can't like even come up with some ties or something.
That's a damn shame. They have not won since they spent all that money.
It's just they can't.
Marcus Rashford has more goals than them this year.
But I can't say that they're like really playing good football either. You know what I mean? At the same time.
At a point, can you keep blaming the coach? Like you are all professional soccer players. Like at some point, y'all gotta say, "Yo, let's run ball, bro."
But I guess the interesting thing about Chelsea, it really was making me thinking about the importance of team chemistry. You know, obviously they have like good players, expensive players, whatever you want to call it, but if they can't play together, it doesn't matter how good anyone really is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as someone who I feel like has been on a lot of teams that didn't have the best chemistry going around, I think, you know, it makes a big difference. Even when you play a lesser team than you, if they actually play as a team, like, I feel like you lose a lot of those games.
As someone that played on a team, on a lot of teams that had like great chemistry, like some of my best friends, like to this day, people that played soccer with since I was like 12, 11, 10, 5 years old, some of them. It goes a long way. We beat teams that like technically were better than us, but like I know the run you're making. You don't got to call me. That does go a long way. But I feel like at some point you got to have some pride, bro. Chelsea is just shit. Like, it's not... Bro, the goal that... Okay. So they don't even play terribly sometimes. It's just like they can't buy a goal.
Yeah, like I said, there's no chemistry. You think about the best teams in Europe right now, I feel like most of the starters have been starters for them for like the last 2 years, right? Mm-hmm. Apart from one or two players. Chelsea right now is like front line that have like less than 5 caps for Chelsea. It's like João Felix, Mudryk, and Madueke. Yeah. Like these people who really they haven't even played together or for the club for a long amount of time. So
how much longer do you think Graham Potter has? Because
I'm surprised he's still there.
If they don't qualify for the next round of Champions League, I think he could possibly be gone.
I think he should already be gone.
I see what both of you are saying.
And like the manager's the first person to leave the club. Before anybody.
Yeah. I wouldn't have
Hopefully
moved
they
on
get that new manager bump, right? They get that one.
That's
win.
only one.
They need Zidane. I feel like Zidane.
That's only one game. But I wouldn't have
Right.
moved on from Tuchel, especially if we planned on spending all this money.
I'm with you there. That's my thing.
Like
so my thing I was gonna ask you, like, all right, you get rid of Potter, but who are you gonna bring in?
That's like had the coach. I think you had the coach. He's
currently unemployed. So my thing is like,
you're gonna
bringing Tuchel back might not be the worst idea.
I don't know.
As a Madrid fan,
has that ever happened?
As a Madrid fan, you should know that bringing a manager back that you fired can work.
Yeah, but
pretty well for you.
In the same season that you fired him, you bring him back.
That's a little crazy.
Fuck it. Why not?
I mean, yo, ball it.
What's the
Has
worst?
that ever happened? That's the question.
Fuck it.
I don't know. I'm sure they'll find somebody.
Yeah. But you said something about Mudryk. I just saw. Do you know how like they just have these asinine stats that don't really mean anything? Like they just say like, oh, this is the first person to ever sneeze in the 13th minute of the first half on a Tuesday. They said Mudryk is the first player to come on in the second. Oh, he's had the most giveaways. Like he's lost possession the most. I think it was 22 times he lost possession as a player coming on in the second half.
Well, that stat actually I feel like does.
No, it matters, something. But it's just such a weird stat. Like it's very specific, but it's telling. Or is it telling? Do you
that
think?
Says a lot. I mean, he's still new to the league. It's going to take him some time. I think I jumped the gun a little bit saying like, great signing, money
best
well
signing
spent.
of the window.
Damn, bro.
I be watching the podcast.
I mean,
let me live.
He may still be.
No, that's what I'm saying. But it's Yeah, I think I got a little excited with like all the new shiny toys, all the new players coming.
Yeah, the Ukrainian Ghost, my boy was.
Gonna, Ukrainian Rocket is it's gonna take some time.
That one's a little crazy, I think. The Ukrainian Rocket's not a wild nickname, bro. In the time and age, right?
Yeah.
I made up the nickname, or I'm calling out how wild it is.
We're about to get banned from YouTube.
Yeah. All right, anywho,
we'll probably rebrand.
Demonetized.
These guys are soft, bro. Yo, you got to be monetized to get demonetized. You heard?
That is true. Let's move on.
But no, I just want to bring up. I didn't watch the game, but Benfica doing their thing in the Champions League.
Yo, 2-0.
They came against Club Bruges. I mean,
yeah, you beat who's in front of you.
Team around, but yeah, it's
2-0, comfortable win.
Good for them. Good for the Portuguese league, and especially as a team that has like sold a lot of players recently
to still keep form.
Yeah,
and we were talking about that recently. Yeah. Like, how can you keep it playing? So, yeah, no, they're doing very well. I do like that scoreline when I saw it. I was like, oh wow, all right, shout out to them. Mm-hmm. We got Bayern, PSG.
Yeah. I wanted to touch up upon that. Who did we call for that? I feel like we all said Bayern, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I called Bayern.
Right? I think I said PSG because they were at home.
Oh, and then Mbappe was coming back. That might have been why. Yeah. But good game as well.
What'd you think?
I don't know. I expected more from PSG, but I feel like for some reason, I feel like PSG plays better without Neymar.
I've been saying it for a while.
Elaborate, and you can follow up.
All right, so Mbappe, like the last 20 minutes of the game, 30 minutes of the game, he came on. He had like 2 offside goals that were called off, but they were pretty close. And I think that like he just created like an extra spark that the team didn't have like the whole game. And I feel like Neymar sometimes just tries to do a little bit too much, and maybe he should pass like a little bit quicker instead of taking somebody on.
I can agree with
think
that.
if Neymar is not back for the second leg, it might not be the end of the world for them. I think that they can still pull out a good result against Bayern, and like Bayern didn't dominate them either. I would say either. No,
that's how I say it was a solid game. Like I don't think like there were anything to sneeze at, but I agree with that point. I think Mbappe is like he has a more positive effect on the team overall. Like the way he plays, the style he plays, the passes he makes, the decision he makes, like they're all for the betterment of the team in that situation.
Yeah, the way I see it, Mbappe is the most important player on that team. I think most people could say that. Yeah. Like, not saying much there, but at the same time, that front three of Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe, I've been saying for a while, is not well balanced. It just doesn't work.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Honestly, and I watch a decent amount of PSG because, I want to watch the last days of Messi or whatever.
Shameless.
And even watching them in the French league, it's like how I was talking about chemistry. Like, even in the French league, a lot of the games they've been grinding out, it's not even like they outplay the team. It's just like we just have a better player up top.
That's
like
the
Messi
thing.
will
this
go
little
and have
95th
a moment of magic. Neymar will have a moment of magic, but it's usually not together.
Mm-hmm.
That little moment of magic, 95th minute free kick down to the wire. Why are you down to the wire with that team? Was it Marseille they were playing?
No, they played.
Who were they playing?
Lille.
Yeah. Shout out to Lille though. They have solid players, but come on.
But the way I saw it, PSG played better once Neymar came off injured in like the 70th minute.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
it's kind of like. I feel like it's kind of like Carmelo Anthony on the Knicks,
Yeah.
He like slowed everything. Not saying that the Knicks would have done better without him.
No, but he absolutely killed.
He slowed the game down so much with like his post up moves, everything. No, like obviously he's one of the best Knicks ever, but like, what I mean?
Yeah, that's the way Neymar played, and I feel like like there was rumors of like how Mbappe like runs PSG or whatever.
Yeah.
They were saying that. His idea in the summer was that they promised him they would sell Neymar So he could go back to the wing, and they would buy a center forward because Mbappe's playing center forward for them.
Yeah.
The wing is his preferred position.
And him on the wing is a problem.
Right.
When he's cutting inside. You saw the goal he scored. Yo, the step over, that shit was fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
2 legs, like, come
that
on.
shit was fire.
So it's kind of like, I kind of see what his thought process was.
Which isn't, like, it's a solid, like,
if
setup
anyone
for the side.
is, dare I say, dumb enough to buy Neymar at this point for
dumb
like
enough is strong.
$60 million plus, I don't know. I feel like I'd bite your hand off for that. And there's been rumors of Chelsea coming in. No, there's rumors of
they met with him.
Both
They met about it. Absolutely, they met about it.
While Chelsea was in.
The only issue though is like they're in an interesting predicament because I feel like if you can ensure Mbappe will stay, okay, get rid of Neymar. Mm-hmm. But if you're getting rid of Neymar and Mbappe is gonna leave
in a year,
then you're leaving yourself in like not a great situation.
Because Messi's out of there anyways within the next probably year or two. Right?
Mm-hmm. And he already asked to leave and had to stay, and so you're not even too sure. Well, I don't know. We don't know anything behind the scenes, but from what we can see, it's not definite that he'll be there forever.
What do you guys?
It's a gamble.
What do you guys think about that 16-year-old kid, the youngest kid ever to start in a Champions League game?
Oh he started for PSG, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to him. That's an accomplishment. Shit. I wasn't doing that at 16. I was playing U23 at 16. I was like, fine. That was my Champions League, bro. Like, he's killing it. Like,
I feel like 16-year-old kids these days like have full-grown beards. Like
it's something in the water and the
like
food and stuff with these new kids. Back in our day,
extra hormones.
We didn't have all of those hormones in the food. That's why we're not each 6'5" with the, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to
still getting there, as you can see.
This guy here. Anyway, but shout out to him. That's amazing. That's like Arsenal type beat back in the day when they used to just play like 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean that's Arsenal's type beat today. I mean they got a lot of young players in that front line themselves.
They got some young stars though. I like that boy Saka. Yeah, I like him. I hope he likes Manchester as a city. Just consider it, my boy.
Manchester City, you mean?
Manchester City?
As
City?
a city. Yeah. He needs to come to a real team. And he already wears red. It will be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Red and white. He can listen. We can make it happen.
How many wingers do you need?
We can ship out a couple. You know,
you already got Rashford. That's like the best winger right now.
My guy, right? It's not like. It's not like. It is.
He is the best.
In 2023, he's the best winger right now.
Wait. Honestly, I think it's between him and Vinicius and Mbappe.
Oh, so Rashford's working his way onto that list of the
fact that
Haaland,
he's
Mbappe.
in that talk is something. Haaland hasn't been.
It's hard not to talk about it.
First half of the season, Haaland, he hasn't been the same. He hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been like the dominant. Like Jesus Christ, what is this guy on? Like, he's still killing it though.
If this is his like slowing down, good for him, because he's still getting his buckets. But
when you have De Bruyne putting in service,
this week we have Liverpool, Real Madrid.
Do we even have to make a pick like Madrid, right?
Well, we're missing.
Does it even count as a pick?
We're missing Cruz and
Chouamandi. So
I mean. That still impacts a little bit, but
you're playing Liverpool.
I mean, if Bajcetic and James Miller are in the field, then yes, we're gonna win, of course.
Listen, I'm being biased because fuck Liverpool, but like you're playing Liverpool.
Is Van Dijk back?
Yeah, he is.
He's back.
Okay,
he's back.
So maybe they won't let up 5 goals.
Jota and Firmino are back.
Maybe only 3 this time.
Liverpool's coming off 2 wins. We saw Nunez and Gakpo both score.
I didn't know Nunez knew how to score.
The thing is,
that's crazy. He scored? I was like, is that right?
Yeah, he took
like
that
I replayed it. I was, that was Nunez.
And
Like, I was like, what?
The thing is, I've never really ever worried about those players scoring. Really, you know, like I feel like they have so much trouble putting the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Nobody's worried about that.
Defense, like they're not gonna be able to.
I was more surprised, like when Nunez took the touch.
And
I thought he missed, to be honest, when he took it down. But no, good for him. It was good to see him score a goal.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, I mean Madrid will dominate the game. I'd say, like especially because the midfield.
If Madrid does what they're supposed to do, they'll.
I mean, Liverpool is favored for that game.
I mean, Chelsea was favored against Southampton Saturday. I don't like odds don't mean nothing to me.
That is true. I'm just saying like the
Sometimes the odds are just crazy to me. Like
sports bet books.
Yeah.
Shout out DraftKings, you know.
Hell no! Do not shout out whatever he just said. They're not paying for that. Bet whoever you want to bet till we get a sponsorship. Till then, you can bet who you please. But yeah, I mean, I'm going Madrid. I don't know if I'm not giving Liverpool the respect they deserve.
Yeah.
But I'm going Madrid for that game. I'll go 2-0 Madrid.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool won, but Madrid's still
Your pick?
my title pick, and I think Madrid's just living in Liverpool's head rent free after.
Give me a scoreline. Commit. I'm going 2-0 Madrid.
Maybe 2-1. Give it 2-1.
Nunez.
Firmino.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yo, you heard it here first. Yo, play your parlays.
Play your parlay.
Who's next week? We got Chelsea again.
No, we have Napoli this time.
Napoli this time?
Napoli coming up.
I'm excited to see that. Them boys is balling.
If they can pull out a result in Germany, I think they should be pretty set for like the home match that they have in the next round. So
You picking them to win? I'm trying to hold y'all to picks this week.
No.
I'm putting like a 1-0 Napoli win.
Yeah.
Even though Napoli scored a lot of goals, so maybe
Maybe a triage.
maybe 2 or 3. But we'll see.
So my son said 1, 2, or 3-0.
Pick them all, and it's probably gonna be 5. So.
What's your pick?
I like 3-1 Napoli.
Who's scoring? The one.
On Frankfurt, probably Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, I'll take Napoli 2-0. Actually no, I just did 2-0 for Real Madrid Liverpool. But I could see I'll go 3. I'll go heavy on my goals.
Right.
I'll go 3-0.
Right.
I'll go 3-0 Napoli. Who's our next matchup next week?
Then we got Manchester City coming in, going against Leipzig.
I mean,
That should be an
bag
interesting
of
battle.
criminals, but it's corrupt side. I guess they'll win. Look a corrupt side, but you know. I mean, they're not a Champions League team historically.
But I can easily see them being Leipzig.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
It could be like a
struggle.
4-0
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna struggle this game.
No respect for Leipzig.
I think that's more just a testament
Isn't
to
Cuckoo
Manchester's attacking prowess.
Should be back.
Yeah,
They're a problem going forward, regardless of who they're playing.
Inter and Porto this week. I gotta be honest, I haven't watched much of either team this year, so
Me neither, but
that's gonna be one I definitely got.
2-1 Porto. I'm gonna watch that one. What time is that?
Yeah.
What time is that?
3:00 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday.
I gotta take my break at 3. Watch the first.
Yeah, you don't see Lukaku going off.
I never see Lukaku going off. I don't know. That's a game I do want to watch. So just because I haven't seen too much of them this year, either team.
Yeah.
Porto, I really only see when they're in Champions League, which testament to them. They're always in Champions League.
Of course.
What do you guys think of Adeyemi? He scored that goal against
Burning, my boy.
against Chelsea, and then
Born up.
he also scored another goal, pretty good goal on the weekend as well too. So
Let's talk about Born
only
Up
21.
Chelsea. My guy
He
Yeah.
has a lot of potential.
took all, and I thought like the handhold was gonna. He said nope. He just kept, I was like, oh my god, he's out of here.
Yeah.
Nah, that was end to end. Like you can't write that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was like Henry-esque, the way I think of it.
Yeah,
the way
that was a
he
good
was just
goal.
gliding down that whole field.
Flying. My son was
Yeah.
flying.
Unfortunately, he got injured over the weekend.
Mm.
Looks like he's gonna be out for a little while.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Get well soon. Solid young player. Prayers to him. All the best. But no, that was a wicked goal against a disheveled Chelsea side.
Yeah, definitely.
pace kills sometimes, you know.
Speed
kills, baby.
kills.
Speed kills.
Ain't that the truth?
Said it last week. Speed kills.
Yeah.
Shout out to Leon Bailey.
Shout out to Leon Bailey.
Speaking of Leon Bailey, can we talk about Arsenal, Aston Villa? I don't want to skip around. But let's talk about Arsenal, Aston Villa. The scoreline doesn't tell the story of that game.
No, not at all.
First of all, Aston Villa. Okay, I just want to be like just straight up with my allegiances. I'm a United fan. First and foremost, I've been a United fan since I was a child. Like since before I knew what it was. Like when it was introduced to me, it was Manchester United. Cool. I do have a little soft spot for Aston Villa since Leon Bailey's been transferred there. I'm not gonna lie. I do watch their games a little more often. I do like kind of root for them more just because I want to see him do well. You know what I'm saying? Just for Jamaica to progress or whatever. That game they played, they deserve that point, bro. They played a hell of a game. It fell apart at the end there, but they played a hell of a game, son. Aston Villa played, and they played up there with the number one team right now in the standing, bro. They played a good game. The end where
Martinelli,
no.
Jorginho.
No. I'm talking about Aston Villa. I forgot his name. Don't. It starts with a D. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna tell you right now.
Douglas Luiz.
No. He's supposed to. Aston Villa got a breakaway towards the end of the game. It's him who I'm speaking of. And Duran. It was Duran, I believe.
Oh, I know. I think Watkins hit. Someone hit it off the bar, and that's when Arsenal came straight down and got
No.
goal,
That's
right?
not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when Duran gets a breakaway. And it's him and Leon is streaking down the middle, but he doesn't make a hard enough run to the penalty spot. He's just floating into the box. So Duran takes a little left foot shot that the keeper just saved. It could have been like a better sequence. They could have won. Not even won. They could have won the game there. They could have won the game there.
Shoulda, coulda,
woulda. Everything coulda, shoulda, would have been better there. But that hurt me for Aston Villa. They played a hell of a game to go lose 4-2 like that.
No, that was. But
and that little buck-ups goal, bro, off the post, off a man's back of his head, into the bro.
Enough of that. Now it's time to show a little love for Arsenal.
Buck-ups,
That's
bro.
the type of win that a team that wins the Premier League finds a way to win.
Buck-ups?
Winning those games that you're not supposed to win, that makes all the difference at the end of the season.
Especially look at City the same weekend.
City
dropped points, but
I look at United.
I'll be honest, I didn't think Arsenal would win.
Me neither. I was convinced it was a tie.
Last minute,
absolutely.
I feel like I've been watching Jorginho for the last 5 years. I don't think I've seen him score a goal that wasn't a penalty. So when he took that shot, I'm like, oh God. And when it bounced in, it's just like
that was a screamer, bro. He sung that.
What? Is it possible?
Is this hit off the goalie, bro?
Is this really Arsenal's year?
That FIFA-ass goal.
And I got you have to love the Martinelli scoring on a breakaway.
Last kick. I mean, you can't do much about that.
I mean, Unai Emery like bugged out on
Martinez.
For going up, and I'm like, why wouldn't he go up?
Why wouldn't
I
he?
mean?
It's still 2-3.
What's the difference between losing 3-2 and 4-2?
You lost.
You know what I'm saying? You still lost.
I'm not mad at them sending him up there.
Not sure, but that was huge for Arsenal.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a big win on this tail end of the season here. Honestly, that is a big win for Arsenal. Objectively speaking, shout out to them. That is a huge win in that title.
Considering
that title
they just
chase.
came off a loss against City. So.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good bounce back there, especially to win in that fashion. That's a good momentum swing. But I'm hoping they fumble it at the end. Just the pure hater in me.
Well, City's fumbling it in the
middle. So you'd rather City to win?
To be honest, yeah. Because personally, I know too many Arsenal fans that would just be unbearable.
So let me ask you, rank your order. Who's your biggest rival between Liverpool, City, and Arsenal?
I don't count City as a rival. They're not a team.
What do you mean they're not a team?
Bro, they were the noisy neighbors until 10 years ago. Like that, there's nothing there. They're just there's nothing there.
There's nothing
Liverpool,
there except for the last 5 Premier League titles.
Well, I'm talking about rivalry. There's no historic remember that time? No. But I can't stand Liverpool personally. I think Liverpool's first and then Arsenal comes second. We've had some great matches with Arsenal. But the reason I put Liverpool first in like I just can't stand the Scousers is because I've been able to admire Arsenal players like individually. That's never happened with Liverpool. That's just where I'm at with it.
No love for Nunez.
I thought you were gonna go Stevie G at least. At the least. No, I don't. Ooh, I did. Yo, blonde Fernando Torres on a Saturday morning before intramural soccer.
Luis Suarez?
No, hell no. What the? He just asked me Luis Suarez. Absolutely not. He can kick rocks. Let's stay monetized eventually if we ever do. I'm not gonna say what he could do, but I'm cool on Luis Suarez. But Fernando Torres, blonde Fernando Torres with the headband, white socks. That Liverpool with Coit. You remember Coit?
Dirk Kuyt.
Yeah.
Listen. On a Saturday morning before intramural soccer, that was a game to watch, boy. Everybody's trying to do what Fernando Torres just scored at the like. If they played at 10 and our game was at 12, everybody's trying to what he did at 12, or what Drogba did, or what Thierry Henry did. Like that was the era of the Premier League.
You can't tell me you weren't messing with Coutinho on Liverpool though.
No,
that was his biggest mistake, was leaving Liverpool. He probably would still be in that midfield right now.
Yeah, but no, I rate him now.
We all can agree you can't say no to Madrid or Barca at that point, especially for like the South American players. Like Barcelona is the mission, or Madrid is the mission. You know what I mean? So
can't blame him.
He
have
was
to
like,
take that chance.
He was like the Eden Hazard of Barcelona. Go
real.
there and just like.
Fernando Torres was missing wide open nets at Chelsea.
And both those teams won the Champions League without those players. Like Coutinho left, Liverpool won the league in the Champions League. Hazard left,
and both were
Chelsea
worth
won
over
the
100
Champions
million.
League. Yeah,
and we're bust.
Hey man, you live and you learn.
Good business for Liverpool, I guess.
Yeah. Well, what do you think went wrong with Hazard, right? Because on paper at the time,
fitness.
At Madrid,
fitness. You thought it was
dedication.
You thought
to
it was
football.
a good deal, right?
I did. I thought he was going to go there.
You thought it was a good idea at the time. Right?
I thought it was going to be a good move, but come to find out, he's like the laziest
I've read way
soccer
too many
player
articles
ever.
on it and hasn't be the laziest
Like
player
literally
ever.
the laziest ever. Didn't Obi Mikel just come out with one saying like he didn't do nothing. Like
he
at all.
stood
Like
in the corner
Chelsea
and,
was
like
like
ball.
he literally was like, yo, Chelsea was like the most competitive like training I've been in. Like tackles are really flying in. Like people are legitimately playing. Eden's just off to the side like, yo, like, and then we start to scrimmage and then he's like, give me the ball, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna give you the ball. Like you weren't working. He's like, all right, no problem.
I still scored 2 goals on Sunday.
Yeah, he shows up Sunday and is man of the match, and he comes inside. He's like, see guys, you didn't have to work that hard. He's like, yo, what the fuck? Nah, that would piss me off too. But shout out to that guy.
He must be one of the most gifted.
Yeah, he's just that one of them people that's just like, listen, bro.
Yeah,
I'm like, I got it
for sure. But my favorite Hazard story is what Eto'o said about him when he's like,
Samuel,
you're good, but I played with who I think is the greatest soccer player, most talented soccer player of all time, Ronaldinho. And I saw what happens when you don't work hard to him. So if you don't start working hard, it's going to be slow for you. And he was right.
Hey, man, no Ronaldinho slander. It's my guy. That's my first favorite soccer player.
Typical Brazilian thing.
Yeah.
Yo, there's literally only 2 paths as a Brazilian soccer. You're either like a deacon, and you play soccer like during the week.
Yeah, like Thiago Silva.
Or you're like
either like a Thiago Silva or Ronaldinho.
Yeah, like you're Kaká or you're Ronaldinho. You go to church every Sunday, you pray, like that statue in Rio de Janeiro, you be like, yeah, I feel you. Or you be outside with the chappies, the chapeadoras. My son Ronaldinho be out with the chapeadoras. It's the Brazilian pipeline, though. Oh, speaking of Brazilians, why is Neymar always getting hurt when around his sister's birthday? Are we gonna talk about this?
Every single time it's around his birthday,
single time.
He just wants to go back to Brazil for like 3 months and rehab.
Bro, this guy, bro, he doesn't care about soccer anymore, bro. Like it's just money and vibes, scrimmages and such. My son is not on it. Like, are you pulling up pictures of him and his sister?
Huh? What? Huh?
March 11th.
No, but that's
she's our age.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Sheesh, we're old, dog. The fact that we're the age of these people now.
Yeah, but you gotta respect Neymar. Family comes first. So
faking injuries for your sister's birthday, bro. I've never. Well, I don't have a sister. So I don't know.
His sister's birthday party must be real lit.
I mean, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, how long is he supposed to be out? Is it have they updated us on that yet? I don't think so.
Nah, not yet.
I don't think we've got.
I think they said like there's no ligament damage, but I think they're still deciding how long it's gonna take.
I mean, considering he sprains his ankle every other week, it should take like a week to recover, right? At this point, right?
Nah, they need to give him what like they gave Patty Mahomes in the Super Bowl and be good.
Boy should wear ankle braces at this point.
At halftime of the Super Bowl, they need to give him the same cortisone
Some
shots.
ankle protectors.
Hey, man,
Oh, the old school joints?
Yeah.
The shin guard with the ankle protector?
Yo, bring those back. These guys are getting injured too easily. Weren't those just to protect that bone, though?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get a bruise on that bone?
Yeah, you got to protect your malleoli.
Is that what that bone is, the one that sticks out?
Well, yeah, you have the stick out on both sides.
The inside or the outside, either one.
Yeah.
You know what I used to get? It was the most random injury, but I did it to myself like on a weekly basis. Mercurials, you know how it went from 4 studs in the back to 2 for a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
When it was at 2, bro, I used to clip my own ankle every week in practice, though. I had like a permanent bruise on the inside of my left one for the longest. It was like anytime I'm running, I would just skip it. It just every single time, bro. It was so painful. I hated that when they went to 2. I couldn't stand the 2 studs in the back. When they went back to 4, I was so happy.
Yeah. I had a pair, and then one time Nick was like, "Yo, let me see your studs," and I had like 4 missing. Like, you realize you're playing? No, because they were like the studs were gone.
Yeah, but I do like that they made it so like you can tell when your studs are rubbed down. Yeah. It was like clear, and then when it gets to the color, you know, like your studs are rubbed down. Like nobody ever got that far, but that's what it was. Like I've seen little kids with the fake ones, and then like so when I started coaching, like I saw I was like, oh shit, that's what that's for. Like when it's there, like your cleats are done, you need new cleats. Mercurial, I think is the best cleat, but I'm old. They got mad new shit out now. What's the newest? They just dropped a new one, right?
I'm not up to date on cleats anymore.
Yeah, Mercurials are still around.
No, I know, but Nike just dropped a new cleat. Like a new realm, it's Hypervenom, Mercurials, and then this new one. I just can't remember what it's called.
Tiempos and Mercurials will be around forever. Those are
Tiempos are classics.
Staples.
And the Copa Mundial. The official referee. I don't think you're allowed to ref if you don't have Copa Mundials. Like I signed up for the refereeing shit in LIJSL, and I think I got to get a pair of those.
You can't ref in some super flies.
Some sambas?
I was gonna pull up with the. You know, I got the blue. the blue. Like, yo, am I playing or what? Like, I'll ref, but if I'll slap that too.
The craziest part is that we went from like shin guards with ankle protectors to like
shin guards.
Shin guards like this big that you can't even tell they're wearing shin guards.
Why did they let Jack Grealish play like that? He doesn't wear shin guards. Or is he wearing shin guards? He's barely wearing socks. Like, bro,
he's barely shin guards.
Bro, he's barely wearing socks. Dog, they come up to like the middle. I don't even know. Like,
but I think that's just like it goes to show how much softer soccer is now versus it was in like the 90s or whatever.
Before you go really
all sports, it's like so much less physical.
But what's crazy is soccer doesn't have to be any softer than it was. It's not like you can get a concussion if I slap your foot, bro. Like if I step in your ankle, you're good. Like it's not like you're gonna be permanently damned. You can't talk to your kids. Like you'll be fine.
I mean, the NBA has also gotten softer as well over time.
All sports, the rules, NFL,
the rules just changed more.
The world's gotten softer.
That is
like science. Like the more advanced science gets, the more you realize we're recreationally killing a certain part of the population, just letting them play football or play whatever sport. Like a goalkeeper saved the ball. He made a save and just died last week. What was that about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think that's a different topic of discussion.
Juan wants to say the booster so badly.
The what? Oh.
Oh man. Oh, but anyway, Chelsea can't seem to buy a goal.
Yo, I did not know where I was going with that.
Nah, Chelsea been struggling, man. Spent a lot of money.
I caught that so late.
Obviously not enough to score a goal. They lost to Southampton this weekend.
Ass, bro. Like, I hate to say it because I respect them as a side, bro. They're ass. What's going on?
Yeah, that's
We just talked about get Graham Potter out of here and figure it out. Like figure something out. You got to figure something out in the summer because this shit is not working. Ship out who you got to ship out. Bring who you got to bring
the rest
in.
of the season. No, that's
the season is done. Just don't get relegated. They're not about to win nothing. Just don't get relegated.
They
just stay where you.
Money. They're trying to make champions.
Oh, of course.
They can try, sure, but they need to try to win it if anything, because that might be the only way to get into it if they win the shit.
Chelsea's in some trouble though, because their next game is actually at Tottenham. So
scary hours.
Give
me a prediction. Place. Give me a prediction. Give me a score.
Oh, I got probably 2-0 Tottenham.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, this is gonna be the week that Chelsea scores all their goals.
You got a score?
This is the game that Chelsea wins.
You got a score?
I got like 3-1 Chelsea.
Wow.
3-1. That's a good result. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
This is at Tottenham, mind you.
At Tottenham.
Yeah.
I'm only doing that to
spite me.
Yeah. That's the only reason why.
That makes sense.
They're likely not gonna win. Who do we play next? Who's our next game?
Brentford.
Sunset.
It said it's postponed. I don't know why.
Because we're the only ones still in all competitions.
Because United actually plays the Carabao Cup final this weekend.
Because we're the only one in all competitions.
Yeah.
Oh, is this gonna be the first
the
trophy
quadruple
since 2017?
The quadruple is still on.
This is the first trophy since the Europa League final.
Four, bro. The treble is on. But we can still do the 4.
You guys think that you're gonna beat Barca?
We tied with Barca and looked just fine. And they're missing Gavi and Pedri. So, yes, I do believe so.
All right.
In a real way, I genuinely believe that. I don't know why you said it like it's crazy. Even Xavi was like,
I'm just asking.
We just played one of the best teams in Europe. Shout out to Ten Hag, what he did over there. Wasn't expecting that. Put some respect on the man, bro. Don't do that, bro.
I don't know if Rashford doesn't show up. I don't know who will.
Has he not shown up in 2023? He literally has shown up every game.
It might be his day off on Thursday.
You are crazy. As a Madrid fan on Barca like this, I'm shocked. I am shocked. No, but I genuinely believe we'll play a solid game. They're missing their midfield. Gavi and Pedri, that's a big blow. Mm-hmm. And then we still have customer. Like, we played well. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, dude, we tied. Wow. We played well. I was driving while we played, so I couldn't watch it, but I had to rewatch I rewatched the match in full. Bro, we played a great game. Yeah. It looked like Barca United back in the day, kind of.
Yeah, I was
I was like, wow, this is like a matchup you'd like to see again.
I think they'll still be fine because, I mean, you like they won't have Gavi and Pedri, but they'll still have Frankie de Jong and Busquets and
Pastor Fred got that. Pastor Fred's gonna lock Frankie up.
What?
Put him in his pocket, right next to the Bible.
I wonder if Dembele is gonna be back though.
That's a good question.
That's a big miss for Barca.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm still taking us. I do, and I'm jacking. We're gonna win the Carabao Cup too.
They're home.
I think that's our first silverware of the year.
I mean,
I do believe
against
so.
Newcastle.
Yeah. 2 top 4 teams. What is Newcastle doing that Chelsea's not?
What is Newcastle doing that Chelsea's not?
It's not like they have better players than Chelsea. But look where they're at and look what they're doing. Is it better coaching? Is it better chemistry? Is it better system? Is it Chelsea's just
all
ass?
of the above?
Okay. I don't know. It's just so weird to see Chelsea so trash. Like, geez, I see the lineup doesn't make sense with the results we're getting.
It's dysfunctional. I can't think of any team very recently that's done well that just completely swapped their front line at once.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there are like 4 new players at once. So,
well, we'll see. I mean, I personally think their Premier League season is just finish as high as you can. Yeah. The focus should be Champions League now, if anything.
Yeah, but how important do you think chemistry is in soccer, or just like in sports in general?
It's important, but like you've also hopped on the field with randoms and ran ball just fine.
Maybe in a pickup, or like a serious game.
Yeah, I'm talking about a pickup. Like an organized game. You never. I'm trying
in
to
an organized game.
I think chemistry is super important. That's why Arsenal's at the top.
You ever guest played for a team at like a showcase tournament or something? I think that's
No.
the
One
closest.
player that's new. You imagine getting like 4 or 5 players that are brand new. You know,
That's
they're
the
not gonna click
closest.
right away. You know,
But I'm trying to think like just to the mindset. That's the closest I've ever been to experiencing it. Like guest playing,
or even when you got college per se.
Super.
When you played on one team that was kind of like the same team for a very long time, right? So you kind of knew how everyone played.
But I jumped around the older I got.
Okay, but
So
when
I
you got
played
to
on,
college,
like,
it was very different,
college was
right?
weird because I've never played that type of soccer.
Right, so it's a new team, no one you've
Yeah.
played with before.
No, that
it was just
was
like
weird for me.
Weird to
Because
pick up.
there was always someone like you can like okay we play like a similar style we can but yeah, that was like completely like fish out of water type shit. So yeah. If you don't
Different league, different players, so
and
it's
then
like
the league being
right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
so it's just like it takes time. It takes time to develop that and kind of understand where this person wants the ball, the type of runs they're gonna make. Because everyone has like something, every player has strengths and weaknesses. They're gonna like want to play a certain way and figuring
like
out,
give me the ball on my left or
right.
like go pass the ball behind me.
You know
I
what I
hate
mean?
that like little shit.
Or like always just slip me in through. Like I want it to feed. I want it so. Like any sport,
the
it takes some time to build.
The craziest thing to me is that Liverpool, as bad as they've been, are realistically only 3 points behind 5th place. How is that possible?
I did see you say that earlier this week in the group chat.
Like, how is that possible? They have 22 games played, 35 points. And Newcastle has 23 games played.
I mean, they weren't like absolute shit till the second or like towards the Christmas break, right?
Yeah, they were doing all right until then.
Yeah, I think up until then, after Christmas, they were like hot garbage.
Yeah.
But I don't think that wasn't like their form all season. So I think the beginning put them in a solid spot, and then this whatever they're going through, I guess they'll figure it out. I don't see them getting relegated or anything like that. They'll be fine. I
mean, I wasn't talking about relegation.
No, I know.
More about like getting into a Champions League spot.
Do you think they finish top 4?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
I think it's gonna be Arsenal, Man City, United, and them.
Damn, you counting out Newcastle?
I'm counting out Newcastle and Tottenham.
Well,
don't look me in my eyes when you say that.
And Chelsea.
Oh, man.
Chelsea.
They're not counted in, brother. Don't worry about that.
But that's already accounted for by everybody in the world.
They're not counted in. Don't worry. But if they don't finish,
imagine they win out like the rest of their games.
I mean,
I'd be shocked.
That'd
be a hell of a story.
Super convinced on Liverpool, considering their midfield. It's cool that they're getting like all the forwards back, so that's very exciting for them. But yeah, the midfield still worries me a little bit.
What about Arthur? Is he healthy yet, or like is he gonna get any minutes? Or?
That's my guy. I've been waiting him forever, but I think he's like 2 weeks away. Like they say, I think he just started training with the group again. But if he can like get to levels that he was at when he first came to Barcelona, you know what I mean? If he finds that Brazilian passport, I mean, Liverpool, I could definitely see them getting back in the top 4 and staying there. But
yeah, I got more hope than I do. I got more hope than I do. But if they don't make it, what's Klopp's future look like? Like if they don't finish top 4.
I mean, if I'm Liverpool, I'm still keeping him.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, yeah, I would too. But it does raise the question. Like,
I don't think
does he want to stay? Does he?
He said he
wants to stay, and
he did. But people say a lot of shit.
He's not the problem. Like the only
no, not by
midfield. Don't like the midfield is the issue.
Yeah.
If they can get a few younger midfielders that play Klopp style, like that high energy pressing, can get around the pitch.
Honestly, they'll be back to Liverpool. Like the
Yeah,
Liverpool
they're not
in like a year. Or
you
so.
know,
like
it's
realistically, I don't think they're a couple pieces away from their previous form. Realistically,
yeah.
Like hating aside for real.
If they get Jude, they're fine.
I don't think they're getting Jude. Why does everyone is jacking that like it's gonna happen? I don't think I'm almost positive he's going to Madrid. Why would you go to Liverpool if you could go to Madrid? Who does that?
Playing time.
The Beatles?
Playing time. You got to think about where Jude in his.
You're not playing Jude Bellingham at Madrid? You gonna spend all that money and not play him?
You saw what happened to Hazard. Madrid's like, you could spend money, but Madrid isn't that like that. Madrid is Madrid.
But Jude
it's
Bellingham is a young.
Who can play? Will play.
Next up, star.
Modric is still killing it. They don't give a fuck that he's Jude Bellingham. Like they're gonna play Modric, That's the way it is. And
Going
where
to
he's
Liverpool
at in
is
his
crazy.
career, he probably wants to be playing every minute of every game. And Liverpool probably can guarantee
So
that.
just
right
go to
now.
United.
United can guarantee that too.
No, I mean,
Y'all should pass their Fred out.
I
for
mean,
that.
honestly, why isn't United a?
We don't.
I wouldn't be surprised if they
In conversation for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
by the time the season ends. they'll
I'm
pro-
sorry. This
Don't
is
get
so
him too excited.
off topic. No. I'm upset. This is so off topic. I don't even think we have this. Like, okay, we have Qatari people. We have a couple Qatar bids for the club. We have a Saudi bid. We have an English bid, and we have another American bid. Right. I just got but like this week I got a Sports Center update that says there's this random investment firm that wants to back the Glazers and give them more money to stay the owners. Bro,
That was some troll.
what
on
did I
Twitter,
do?
right?
No. What did I do for that? To what's going on here? Why? They hate the club. Like what's going on?
What's next?
Bro?
The Harry Maguire extension?
You feel me? Like that's honestly
Harry
the next
Maguire
one
center
up. Like,
forward.
yo, just sign him 10-year deal. Like, bro, oh my god, I can't stand the Glazers, bro. Like, it's the fact that Ten Hag is doing this much with them is just a testament to him, bro.
My thing is, Manchester United still invested a lot of money into the team.
Look at this stadium. Look at the. I'm not talking about just like and they also don't spend money on players. Look at the players that several managers have asked for, and they're like, those names don't sell jerseys. No, thank you. Solskjaer asked for Hazard and Jude Bellingham in the same window, and they said no.
Not Hazard.
Not Hazard, Haaland.
Holland.
They clearly don't know what they're doing, bro. They're using this shit as a bank.
Well, I could also
They pay
understand
themselves more than
at the
any other
time,
Premier League owner.
I think Ten Hag has shown enough that they're gonna back him fully, and give him all the money he needs. At the time, Solskjaer was kind of like, I think he started as an interim manager right before they made him full time. So I don't think they were really looking to get him his players until they truly trusted him with the team. And I think all things considered, hindsight 2020, you can see that he brought the team forward, but I think he brought it as far as he could.
I agree with that.
And they understood. I think they made the right decision of, all right, it would be nice if Haaland and Bellingham were on his squad, but it
would be nice.
right.
It
But
would be a legitimate champion. Like, what are you saying?
right. But it's just at that time, it's like you don't trust that manager. You're not buying his players. You wait until you get the manager you want, and then you're backing that one.
I don't know. I think he did his job in terms of bringing the culture back to the club and
Of course.
bringing Manchester back to being
Yeah.
Manchester United, and he brought it as far as he could have.
Yeah, and
But
I think they were
I
very.
don't think they've backed a manager since Alex Ferguson. They don't really back
No,
managers.
they have,
and then they
that's the
fucking
issue.
backed
No,
the one that
man.
brought in Fellaini.
That's what I'm saying. So
David
they tried
Moyes.
backing,
And they
Moyes,
did it
they gave him
because
his player.
who recommended him?
right.
Exactly.
But even they backed Mourinho, and you guys
Alex Ferguson
you got
recommended
stuck with like a bunch of Mourinho players.
I
So
wasn't mad
they
at
wanted to
Mourinho
make
as a
sure.
coach.
Mhm.
I wasn't mad at Mourinho as a coach for United. Everything he said came to pass too.
That's true, but look where you are now. You know what I mean? You went through.
Oh, I'm not saying we should have kept him. I'm just
No.
saying he was good for the time that he was the manager.
Yeah, he's more of like
I'll always
a
appreciate
cycle
Mourinho
coach.
as a manager.
He's kind of like Conte. I see them. They go in like 3 to 4 year cycles, and I think United is not looking for that. United's looking for someone.
yeah,
that's
we're looking
gonna
for Alex
stay
Ferguson.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna get anyone that's gonna stay for 20 years these days, but they're probably looking for like
A
10
10
years. Yeah.
Ten Hag.
It's Ten Hag.
Ten Hag. Huh? Oh my God, that was terrible. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, no, I mean, I just Glazers out, man. That's the bottom line I'm trying to say. That's my wrap up for that one. Glazers out, please. I'm begging y'all. I'm begging y'all, bro. Please out.
Guy wants the Qatari money so he can buy Jude.
You know,
Haaland.
not even Jude. I just want the
Same
Qatari
window.
money. So like, if we want it, we could get it. It don't even matter who. We could just get it.
Just wait till Newcastle
I'll even
starts
take the
spending
Saudi
his.
money. That's what I'm trying to get some bread. We can't have oil 3/4 of the top 4. I need some oil money too. You know what I'm saying? Share the wealth. There's enough oil to go around. It's black gold.
However, running out. I don't know.
I mean, that's why they're trying to build. We're getting into geopolitics, but that's why they're trying to build up Saudi as like a destination. So once the oil dries up, they still have something. the tourists or something. Saudi Arabia is building a ski resort in the desert right now, which I plan on going to. That sounds fire.
Right, because instead of going to the natural mountain somewhere, you're going to go to a desert and ski.
Yeah, because I could be cold on the mountain and then come outside and it's hot.
Is it going to be like an indoor mountain or something?
I hope so. That would be the only way to make sense.
If they made an outdoor.
That's a water park.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah.
Like some clouds over snowing.
This is a really,
Hey, we live in
really
the
big
future.
air conditioner.
Artificial snow at 90-degree
Let me
weather.
stop. Well, let me ask you guys this. I was thinking about this the other day. Who do you think is leading the race for the Ballon d'Or? It's kind of a weird thing to say halfway through the year because I feel like the Ballon d'Or relies a lot on who wins the Champions League.
I mean,
But
isn't it pretty clear that Messi already has it won?
oh, you're giving him that off the strength of the World Cup win?
Yeah.
I don't like that, but
Yeah?
it's probably true.
I mean, what if
Like,
PSG lose the league and go out this round in Champions League?
So like,
You're still giving it to Messi? Can you still give it to
lose
Messi?
the league. They're
Huh?
not going to lose the league.
We'll see. No, okay, they don't lose the league, but say he wins the league, but they go out right now in the Champions League. They don't get past Bayern.
who do you give it to instead of him? Lewandowski.
No, Haaland.
That's a good. I got to see how he finishes the season, but that's a good.
Yeah,
contender.
I mean, obviously, who wins the
I also
Champions League
think
is going to
that
play a huge role in it.
Mbappe can be one of the Ballon d'Or
I don't think they give it to him this year,
contestants.
unless he goes.
Think about it. He had a crazy World Cup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If PSG makes it far,
I don't think they'd give it to him this year. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it, but I don't think they.
the only
give
thing that's
it to him
hurting
this
him
year.
is that he's on the same
Team as Messi.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about that as well. Say PSG end up winning the Champions League and Mbappe is the best player, kind of like how he was at the World Cup.
Yeah. He was the best player at the World
So-
Cup.
He was absolutely.
Messi.
Do you give him?
Actually, Messi. I don't know. It's pretty close. Like,
I mean, Messi
Okay,
won.
Messi was probably the best player at the World Cup, but the final, Mbappe was like the MVP, final MVP.
all right, let's just say that France really didn't do anything, and including Mbappe until like the 75th minute of the
I
game.
keep saying it. Oh, what's his
Literally
name?
nothing. Like
Kolo
Argentina
Muani?
locked them up.
No. He came in, the sub that came in.
Oh,
I keep
Kingsley
telling you,
Coman.
Kingsley Coman started that comeback. Nothing was happening for France until Kingsley Coman came on.
Let's just wait.
He
Isn't
sparked that shit.
That's the game that he's like,
And him,
Fran-
he missed the
France's coach subbed like Giroud off and like
Early.
in like
Early.
the 30th minute,
Yep.
35th minute
They
Yeah.
have Giroud and Griezmann, I believe.
before halftime,
Yeah.
which is crazy. Like, have you ever seen that happen in like an important ass
That
game?
was anywhere other than at Martinez. Different story. Everyone, oh,
I
such a
think-
great save. That was a shit finish.
Yeah,
And
It's-
go
like
ahead.
it was a good game, but like it wasn't a good game from start to finish. It was like
It was a good game.
the
after 60
last
minutes. 65 minutes. It was a
30 to
great game.
45 minutes of that game were like the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But the whole game, I think the best game I've ever seen was like Man City versus Real Madrid. I think.
Okay.
I mean, this is up there, obviously, but
The best shit.
huh? Just like the best game
Oh
in
man.
general.
One of the best games I ever saw. Do you remember that? Was it a Champions League game where it was Madrid and Sergio Ramos scored in like? Oh my god! I think it was Madrid Barca,
Yeah, I was gonna say
and
that.
Sergio Ramos scored in like the 99th minute or something to take it to overtime, and then Madrid won. That shit was crazy. I wish I remembered more details about that game. What it was like 16 or 17, if I'm remembering properly.
Was that against the Atletico Madrid?
Oh, you're talking about when Ramos scored to put
That
in extra
header.
time? Yeah, that was the 2014.
Atletico Madrid?
That was the 2014 final.
That was a good final.
Madrid's first final since 2003.
Did Marcelo also score?
I think
in
that was La
game?
Decima. I think that was La
Yeah.
Decima. I don't remember. I know Bale scored as well. Cristiano scored an extra
Yeah,
time.
and then
Yeah.
Ramos. Yes. Okay, so
was
the reason I
3-1
remember that
Madrid
game is because I was
final.
watching it at my house and I was texting my friend about it, and then when it went into overtime and like you know how you get like 15 minutes, I drove to his house to watch the rest of the game and then finished it there, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That's how I was trying to remember the year. Just I was like, what car was I driving? That's literally how I was trying to remember the year.
Yeah, what was it? Was that the Porsche year? What?
The Porsche year? Nah, this guy's crazy. This guy's crazy. That's after the pod gets sponsored by La Liga or somebody. By Santander. Fucking Barclays.
Santander.
Okay, so you
That's
got,
a good
you got,
topic
you got
for-
Messi as your Ballon d'Or right now?
Yeah.
As your MVP?
It's pretty hard not to give it to him.
I'm just going to say Rashford. Fuck it.
Rashford.
It's not going to be him, but I don't have a better pick than that. But that's a good topic for like in the summer when stuff is a little slower. Just best Champions League matches ever. Or like in the modern era, like 2000s to now. Like I feel like that's a good little series. Because we've seen some wicked matches, bro, in our short lifetime. Like,
But if Madrid wins Champions League, I mean, Vinicius is still up there too. So
he should definitely
I
get a
don't see
nod.
why
He should definitely get a nod.
Benzema couldn't run it back if he
Benzi
gets a lot of the buckets, right?
If he Benzes it, you think he can break Ronaldo's Champions League record for you? Goals?
how far is he out?
I think Ronaldo has
I don't think
330, and then I
Isn't
think
Messi the
Benz has
high?
like 270.
No, that's just goals
Or 200.
altogether.
Oh,
And
goals for
he's-
Madrid. And,
yeah, and so Ben's just moved into second place.
yeah.
Congratulations to
behind
him.
Ronaldo. Shout out to
Yeah, but he's still like 100.
He's like 100 plus, right? Like
100 goals.
110 or so.
Yeah,
like
not
that.
like just over 100 goals behind Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Ronaldo has 140
Three.
goals and Benz has
For Madrid?
86.
You're talking about Champions League. Ben,
Oh
he
yeah,
was just
I
talking
was
about like
mistaken. Yeah,
Madrid
just
goals in total.
general for Madrid.
Yeah,
I think he has 300 and let me see.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think he would be able to beat Ronaldo, but I don't know. He's also been there longer.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's played.
Ronaldo scored like a goal a game for him,
Mhm.
or more than a goal a
He
game.
has 450 goals for Real Madrid. Is that
And
right?
he only went. He was there for like 8 years.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's over like 40 goals.
Yo, we gonna stop this
Yeah.
Ronaldo disrespect, bro. Like his
Why? Because players enter their prime after he leaves their team.
Whoa.
Is that not what happened to Benzema?
aggressive?
Is that not what's happening to Rashford right now?
That was You're gonna tell me that Rashford didn't hit his prime because Ronaldo was there for 1 year, 2 years?
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
He hasn't been there since how long? Are you serious?
But if Ronaldo never showed up, he probably would have been there a year ago. He'd be doing what he's doing right now. months
What
ago.
makes you say that?
Wait, Benz?
No, I'm talking. Well, right now we're talking about Rashford.
Elaborate. What makes you say that?
I mean, the way Ronaldo plays makes the team very disjointed, and I think more than like tactically, because I'm not the tactics guy. You know what I mean? That's why I flamed out at JV soccer. But like you could just see the effect Ronaldo has on the team around him. Everyone looks a little more timid. He's always like yelling. He's always like, confidence is a soccer sport, right? And Ronaldo's like, by the later part of his career, was the captain in a lot of his teams, like the Portugal national team. He's like a big element in the team, and you could say I feel like he didn't really instill confidence in the players. He's not the player that makes people better, and I think that's why Messi is like so endearing to a lot of people, because you see him like giving up penalties, helping Suarez win like the golden boot. Like Ronaldo's not that guy.
I think players are more deferential to Ronaldo than they are to Messi just because they have that different personality. Like, Ronaldo's an asshole in the way, like, that's why he's as good as he was.
What I'm
'cause
saying
that's the
right
type of
now is
person
I
he
don't
is.
think anyone at Manchester I'm not there, obviously. I'm not in the locker room. But I feel like the majority of players, once he left, would probably be like, good. I don't think anyone misses him. I don't think they're texting him like, you know.
I think they're indifferent.
Got him out the group chat immediately.
I think they're indifferent. If he even wasn't in the group chat, he was just there for, like, nobody thought he was there for a long time. Like, he was the only one that was confused about his role, to be honest. But I don't think it's fair to say Rashford only hit his prime because Ronaldo left. That's crazy to me.
So do you think if Ronaldo stayed the rest of the season, Rashford would be playing as well as he's playing right now? You think if Ronaldo stayed at Madrid, Benzema would have won a Ballon d'Or?
You're telling me you saw this drastic change in Rashford's form when you heard Ronaldo was leaving?
I remember telling you at the beginning of the season, this season and last, I think United's best front line would probably be Martial in the middle, Rashford on the left, and Sancho on the right. Did I not?
Mm-hmm.
I said that Ronaldo makes the team worse. I'm sticking by that.
Where's Martial?
I don't know.
Where's Martial though?
Who knows? Injuries. Fucking getting a haircut. Who knows anymore, bro?
We
tired.
got Woot starting over here. That guy
Woot, here it is, bro. My son can't buy. He might as well be with Chelsea. My son can't buy a goal. Jesus
He's playing on
Christ.
Chelsea's field at the same time playing for
My
United.
goodness.
And he still play. I mean, I don't blame Ten Hag. It's working. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna keep him in the lineup until he doesn't.
Woot, here it is.
But that's like what I'm saying. Like Woot doesn't score, but makes the team better. Ronaldo scores and makes the team worse. Like that's all.
I see why you say that. I just don't think Rashford. I just don't think Rashford is in form because he's not there. Like I don't think it's just like hand in hand like that. Like if Ronaldo never,
I think
came
Rashford
to the team,
played
like,
some of his worst stuff with Ronaldo being at United.
It was 2 years. He was playing like shit before that.
Well, he had some injury issues, but during COVID, he was playing very well. He was playing really well for United, and then like some injuries started catching up with him, and then boom, Ronaldo's there.
I feel like,
I don't know. We're gonna disagree. We're gonna agree to
I
disagree.
feel like Rashford
disagree. Fine.
really caught form like at the World Cup. And then
I don't know what happened in Qatar, but that's absolutely.
And then
changed.
after he came back, he
felt the freedom of not
exploded.
playing with Cristiano Ronaldo. That's what it was.
You just sound like a hater.
Yeah.
No, I'm a huge Ronaldo fan.
You couldn't fool me. Aren't you a Messi fan?
Huh? Yes, I am. They're not mutually exclusive.
They are.
Believe it or not.
They are. They are.
I'm just saying, by the end, what Ronaldo had become was...
Bro, I hear you. I agree to disagree.
Fair enough.
You call him a cancer in the side, that's just fine. No problem.
But, I don't know. It's really cool to see Rashford being like an academy product.
I love to see it. That's what I thought he was going to be
right now.
The time when his debut, when he scored 2 goals, I was like, oh, this is the guy. He's finally being the guy.
How long does this last for, though?
That's a good question.
Because we obviously saw Haaland at the beginning of the season.
I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna keep up like a goal a game.
Yeah, I don't think he's
forever,
gonna go a goal a game, but I think this is like
the new
Rashford now.
Rashford.
Yeah.
Like he's here with it.
I
As long
agree
as he
with that.
stays healthy, like he has the belief of the coach, Ten Hag.
The belief of the fans.
Yeah.
The belief of the team.
The belief in himself. You know, it's like I think he's finally like arrived, you know?
Which is great to see, honestly.
I mean, United needed something going for them.
Yeah, and it's cool that like the kids are a part of it, like Garnacho.
I like that
even
too.
They just signed
McTominay.
And I love what Ten Hag is doing for Sancho. He looks like a completely different player. He looks like who we thought was going to come from Dortmand.
Not quite there yet.
No, but I mean like attitude like
wise.
he looked depressed until like 3 weeks ago.
It's because he was playing with Ronaldo.
I'm not going to lie. We could fight. Like after the pod, bro. Like we could do whatever.
But anyway, United's academy is really killing shit right now. Who you guys think is like the best academy in the world right now? Of like producing.
You mean
good
currently
youth.
or like?
Yeah, I mean you can say
the
what you
current
think like
products.
all time, but like
So
Chelsea also has a really good academy out
Genk
right
is
now.
gonna have to be in the all time for youth, whatever. But
Was that like the whole Belgium national team?
yeah, and Leon Bailey.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good question. United obviously has a case to be made.
Yeah, you have a lot of players. Chelsea has Mason Mount.
Ajax. I feel like Ajax has.
That's actually really good. Atletico Madrid. I think Atletico Madrid has a good one.
Not exactly.
No,
but funny enough, that's where Garnacho came from. United signed Garnacho when he was like
I thought Atletico
16
Madrid
or
had like
17.
solid like stars come out of their youth program.
Not exactly.
Isn't Luis Suarez from there?
Nah, Luis Suarez is Uruguayan.
Not Luis Suarez. Who am I thinking?
Oh, Fernando Torres.
Fernando Torres.
Yeah,
Isn't Fernando Torres from?
But that's like, that's the guy.
Okay.
He's like the pinnacle. But
who else then? Monaco.
The interesting part is I say PSG actually has a really good academy too. But the issue is they just did not keep any of those players. Between Nkunku, Kingsley Coman, right?
I rate Kingsley Coman, bro. Son is nice. So
You have him playing
good
like
player.
a left wing back position against PSG. They had like a back three. Did you guys not see that?
Yeah, I saw it. I definitely saw
And
it.
I was just like, shouldn't Alphonso Davies be there?
New tactic.
Alphonso Davies, bro. This guy is so quick.
I can definitely see that guy ended up at Madrid, honestly.
Davies?
Yeah.
I can see it.
Left back.
Imagine
taking
him and
Ferland
Vinicius.
Mendy.
I can
You
see
think
it.
you could see him taking
I don't even remember the last time I saw Mendy
Mendy.
play. And I watch Madrid every week.
left back? What does Cancelo play? Is he left back or right back?
They mostly play him on the right.
Oh, okay. Because I know Madrid got that other Vinicius, and I think he might be a left back that they're like trusting for the future. So
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know if
he's
they-
on
they-
Castilla, right?
yeah, I don't know if they're looking to break the bank for like Alphonso Davies. I mean, it's Madrid. They do it if they have to, but I really like the way Madrid's moving with, like, not really overspending at this point after.
I mean, they're probably taking just taking a look at Barca like, hey, let's not be crazy with
Yeah,
finances.
it's so funny how like the way things switch. Like
Yeah.
when we're talking about great academies, Barca was producing so many great players for a while, and then they kind of switch into that new era where they were buying your Coutinhos, buying your Griezmanns, and it just kind of didn't work out.
Well,
But-
they took a shot in the dark. It
Yeah.
just didn't
It's funny
turn
that
out.
like Madrid they're like the roles reversed. Barca started turning into like buying everyone, and Madrid really turned it around.
Growing them at home.
And
Growing them at home.
Or just not. They just bought the right players. It's not like they're really.
huh?
Madrid just bought the right players, to be honest.
They did, but they also didn't. If you think about who's in the front line right now, it's like Benzema. They bought him a minute ago. He was expensive when they bought him, but like Vinicius, Valverde, Rodrigo, Asensio, these are not expensive players. These are like good signings. Yeah, they're the right players.
Now they are, but like
Huh?
when they first.
Yeah,
came
no,
to
I'm saying
Madrid,
when they
weren't.
bought them, I'm saying like why Barca's in the situation they're in is that they were buying expensive players at the time that just like didn't come to fruition.
I mean, you can't. That's just like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like I don't think that's like terrible business.
Yeah, I think sometimes you have to take the chance, but more often than not, we already talked about this. The big signings, if you look at the top 10 most expensive signings, the majority of them haven't worked out too well. So it's like, I don't know. I see it as like a big risk to really go for like the $100 million footballer.
But
Listen,
it's still happening.
Jury's out on Mudryk and Enzo, but
And
let's see
people
how they turn
don't
out.
mention his name in this conversation, but Anthony.
He was a little bit less. Than
He was a
that.
little bit less, but I mean,
was-
he was enough to where he
He
should
was like
be
95,
producing. He
yeah.
was close enough to where he should
And
be
don't
talked
you
about.
feel like at
was
the
it
point
worth
right
it?
now is like, if you didn't spend $95 million on him, you wouldn't miss him too much, right? Don't you
The way
kind of feel like
the way Sancho's playing,
does anyone have a receipt?
Can we return?
That's
him
honestly
for
what
half
I've
the
been.
price?
That's honestly
That's
what
what
I've
I
been thinking.
mean.
I'm like,
It's
I mean,
like-
if Sancho's in form like this, Rashford's in form like that, he play. I like him, but
Yeah.
And you have Garnacho coming through, academy product.
95 on Anthony seems a little crazy.
Yeah.
But a club like that can.
Yeah, and
But,
when you're a
yeah,
big
you
club
can
like
eat it.
United, you You need players to.
You can eat that.
Yeah, especially you're gonna be in the Champions League next year. God willing.
We'll be there.
So you need a deep bench.
Yeah, no, yeah. He has those little flashes where he'll come up in Champions League and show up in the 75th minute, slap one, cut inside from the right, something, couple spins. That's my guy though. But I do need to see more from him. Just like when he's on the field, I need to see better decision making. I need to see better passing. His passing is atrocious. Like it's a problem. But I do like him as a player going forward. I like his confidence.
Yeah, I agree. You guys think that like a well-run team or organization, whatever, like the workers kind of police themselves? Do you think like in a good team the players kind of handle a lot of the stuff themselves, or do you think like the managers have like a really big input?
I think in a good system, the players end up kind of policing themselves because the standard. Once there's a standard set, if everyone's bought in, then like, yo, bro, we don't do that. Or like, you're not gonna be the one guy going out to party on you know what I mean? It'll if there's a solid system in place and everyone's bought into that system and they're all like, okay, this is our team, this is our culture, this is what we do. I think the system itself governs everybody. Okay,
so let me ask you, do you think, like obviously every team has a captain, right? Do you think that should be awarded by the manager or the players should vote on that?
I think if the manager knows the players, it's the same thing. If you're a good coach, it should be you can close your eyes and pick the captain, and it'll be the same one that the team would pick.
That's an ideal situation, but I feel like that doesn't happen a lot of the times. Who do you think should have that final call? I'm talking to you too, Juan.
My vote is the coach, but answer and elaborate.
I feel like there's a lot of like politics that go on in the locker room. Like players not liking another player, and I think I think it should, like the players should vote, and then basically like the coach like basically can decide after that based off like what the players decide.
I'm starting to realize I have some
teams have like multiple captains.
That's true.
Right, but it's
3-4.
Yeah, you have your captain, the vice captain is usually.
Yeah.
I think I have way too positive an outlook on like locker rooms, just from my personal experience. Because like I've never had the issue where like everyone is like, that's the captain, really. Like we had it once, but like even then it was like they still listened to who they thought. Not even who they thought should be the captain, just who was like the natural leader on the team.
Gotcha.
So I've never really run into that where like everyone plays their role. So like the guy that's
are you talking about yourself?
No. The center back, the center back I played next to or in front of, we played stopper sweeper. He like for all intents and purposes, like if he wasn't speaking, I was speaking. Like it was like just the two people that were vocal on the field. So like that's
he
how
had the
it worked
armband, but you were the person that ran shit.
A central midfielder had the armband. So and then he was like so occupied, he wasn't really talking, so like it didn't really make sense.
Gotcha.
But like I don't know. I guess it is an ideal world to say that who the coach's pick should be like the fan favorite, right. the team favorite. But I think the coach should pick because like it's for his system. So if it's like if you disagree, like I feel like the coach has a reason for it, and I'm gonna trust the coach there.
Okay.
Because even if you don't see it in yourself, and like the coach does, you may be the best option and you don't even realize it. The team may not even realize it.
I feel like most of the time, especially at like big clubs, the captains are usually like players that have been with the club for a little while already.
Stuff like that goes into
like
it. Definitely.
Somebody like an Enzo that just came into Chelsea, he's not really going to be the captain.
But Thiago Silva was kind of one of the captains. Thiago Silva's first game for Chelsea in the Premier League, he was wearing the captain's armband.
Yeah, but like some players just have leadership qualities,
Yeah. No,
I was gonna say, does that also speak to like how inconsistent Chelsea's been? Really, like there's no rock of like this is the Chelsea guy. Let's like
there's no more John Terry's been
there.
For like
you know what I mean. There's no like prototype of the Chelsea guy anymore.
Okay, but let me ask you guys a question because you guys play college soccer or whatever, right? Let's say you're on the team, right, and a player fucks up and gets kicked off the team, right? Let's say we have a set of rules, we have a code of conduct, we come up with before the season starts, and someone breaks that, right? Maybe even more than once. We got a habitual line stepper on our hands, right? They habitually step over that line. You drew the line, over it, right? So you know what? It's like off the team, right? Mm-hmm. And then some time passes, and we realize like, oh, maybe that player.
You been watching Coach Carter?
Didn't.
It sounds like Timo Cruz. I don't know.
This is Timo Cruz. But like we're looking to bring the player back to the team, right? We're talking about the rule that was broke. We found out the player actually didn't break it, apparently.
Whoa,
right?
Deja vu, Jesus Christ.
Right? So now, what do you think? Do you think the manager should have the final say of they're back on the team, or do you think the players should vote on it to say they're back on the team?
I think the players should vote.
Are you talking about Mason Greenwood right now? The whole time you explained that, I was like, Mason Greenwood.
I think the players should vote, though.
What do you think?
Players should vote because I feel like the coach, whether he wants to admit it or not, is always going to have some sort of favoritism towards players. And, like, obviously, like, it's a business, you know what I mean? You want, at the highest level, you want to win games, so you want to have the best players. So if that was one of your best players that you lost, you know what I mean? Like, you obviously want them back on the squad just for a footballing purpose. He might not be the best individual, but, like, he wins you games, and he's going to keep your job.
To play devil's advocate, what if his presence is to keep the locker room happy? Like, he's not super integral on the field, but, like, the locker room is a better locker room when he's in the locker room. Would you still like go with their vote and not override it? Would you say, all right, fine, that helps the team? That's sure.
I mean, it just comes down to the manager. I feel like if he's breaking the rules, like, is he really making?
It's the rule as well. I actually wanted to, like, it depends on the rule. Like, if it's like curfew, fine. Yeah. If it's fitness or you've missed 5 practices for no reason, like, that's a little different. But I think the infraction is a big part of it.
The rule you break to you is a big deal.
For me personally, okay. Yes, that's a big part. So, because if you could be my best friend, but if it's like something that I can't agree with, I can't vote for you to come back on the team.
Right.
But if it's something I'm like, Coach, we've all done this. He just got caught. Like,
so you're more about the principles than like, this guy's really good. I don't care. I just want the best players next to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not gonna just play anybody, because like as talented as you are, I can find some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't be tied to you because of your talent. If you're wilding, you're wild. For lack of a better term. Like, okay. If we've set these parameters and you stepped over them, you're a habitual line stepper in the worst possible way, you don't want to be on this team, honestly. You are choosing to step over this line how many times? You don't want to be here. I watch Coach Carter too.
Cool.
I mean, if let's not skirt around it though. What do you think about Greenwood? I don't think he should be back in the team, personally. Full disclosure, I heard the tape. Sure, the law deemed him not guilty, whatever. After hearing that, I wasn't there, but I heard it. I wouldn't like him back in the team just based off of that.
No. I mean, right now, why does Man U even need him?
That as well.
Like,
that's a great point.
It's just an added distraction, in my opinion.
It's literally just adding drama to the team for no reason.
Good form. Why would you add?
That's fair.
Like, put that,
and what is he adding that we're not getting from?
It's just a distraction
3 other wingers.
I definitely understand that. We're thinking of like an ideal situation. Yeah. I love that you guys are very like optimistic people. I consider myself a little bit of a pessimist.
You're a pessimist. I know why you said a little bit. I know you're for a while, brother.
But you're thinking right now of like Rashford stays healthy and Rashford continues his form, right?
Let's say Rashford. You keep saying Rashford is healthy this whole pod.
God forbid something happened to Rashford. He's out for a couple of months, right? Okay. That changes a lot of things for United, right? Don't you think? You look at their seasons very differently.
Bring Mason Greenwood back in the summer when nobody's talking about soccer. You know what I mean? Like,
we'll be talking about soccer, by the way.
Don't bring him back in like the middle of the season when you guys have.
Don't bring him back.
Yeah,
leave it there.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, don't bring him back in general.
What is he bringing that we can't get from someone else that we absolutely have to bring this guy back?
I'm telling y'all, I don't think y'all are putting enough respect on his
I
If we're just
watched
talking about
United. He was
strictly
balling, bro. Remember, he was the only person. He was scoring in like back to back matches for a while. This guy is an abuser. I don't think he should be back on the team.
Right. No, but I'm just saying, like, the thing about sports is, if you take something like the NFL, right? We've definitely seen a lot of players do some foul shit.
Shout out to Ray Lewis and his murder charge.
And that would still be reinstated to the team. The NFL is basically like, well, if it's not recorded, if no one recorded you beating the shit out of a woman.
The NBA had Karl Malone at All-Star Weekend. Like, clearly sports doesn't care about morals.
Of course. Sports has always been, if you're good enough, you help us win. That makes us more
matter.
money.
It doesn't matter.
I want
Cristiano Ronaldo caught a rape charge in America. We never talk about that.
That's honestly how most businesses run in general. Like, if you're good enough at your job and you produce enough money for the company, it's like,
it's in our best
we're
interest to look the
over
other way.
A lot of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could be an asshole at the company. You could be this, that, the third.
I don't think
saying
he's
is like
ignore a scandal levels of nice. Yet. He hasn't proven enough. He's too young.
Man, for a 21-year-old, he's got as much talent as
your name is Nick Glazer. Are you bringing him back? Yes.
I don't know. Like, I honestly have no idea.
You sound like you don't think we can get that production from anywhere else.
No. I mean, thankfully you're Manchester United. I think you can. But, like, Greenwood's just, when you think, like, United's missing a center forward, I always saw him as, like, the natural heir to Van Persie. I always saw him as,
he
like,
was gonna be the guy too.
Striker, like,
then he got arrested.
Just the way he plays, and so I'm just saying. All
right, prediction. Is he playing will he be in the team by the start of the next Premier League season? Nick.
Like on the squad, like on
the roster,
in and around on the roster. Yes,
and we'll see him playing preseason games, and we'll see him play in the first, at least in one of the first 4 games of the season.
I don't know if he'll be. Yes.
Okay. One. Will he be in the roster at the start of the next Premier League season, or will he be playing, like actively playing?
So I don't know for sure that he'd be playing for Manchester United, but I think he will be playing for a team
in the Prem
that's in the top 5 leagues in the world.
Wait, so let me ask you this, right? I can't give you like the straight up facts of the story.
I can't let you get away with that real quick. Sorry, that was a little too vague, baby.
Why?
Any team that's hella teams. Will he be playing for Manchester United? No, you said no, right?
Well, he'd kill at Newcastle.
You said, ooh, that'd be a wicked pickup. So no, you're saying no for Manchester United.
No.
But he will be relevant on a team that's relevant.
He might be playing on another Prem team, but I feel like Man U wouldn't do that. If he's either gonna go to play in another country, or United's gonna keep him.
Okay. Also, don't think Ten Hag wants that drama. He seems like I run a tight ship. I don't really see him wanting that type of attention on the team. He looks like he just wants football. Like even the game we played against this weekend. He's like, it was 3-0 great. They didn't play well, and we didn't. Like, we were under pressure.
You guys played good in the second half.
Yeah, but we were under pressure in the first half.
The first half, you guys played like dog shit.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, we have a coach that'll say that. You know what I'm saying? So he expects a certain standard. Like, so, like, I don't think he'll. The reporter
asked him, like, oh, how many things, like, what went wrong in the first half? And he was like,
all of it.
I don't have enough time.
Yeah, he's like,
to explain all that.
Like, the shit was terrible. Like, cool, we won. But, like, no, that's not how we play.
But in the second half,
so I don't think a coach like that, so stoic, so serious, and say, I don't think he's going to want that around his team. It's just too much, just unnecessary drama.
That's what I
it's just like, it's not even like it's like, okay, it's unnecessary drama.
Right, let me ask you something, right? And we're gonna bring this to a different sport. I don't know, like,
he's not Kobe.
The full story, right? I was pretty young when it happened.
I was gonna say that's also because we were young.
Back into it. So Kobe Bryant was like accused of sexual assault when he was younger.
I believe the accusation was she said to stop, and his story was he misinterpreted or whatever.
24 years old, right? So like, he came back to the Lakers. He's an all-time great.
He was Kobe Bryant before that. which is a big part of why we barely know about it.
If he scored a little more goals, you'd be more.
No. I'm not saying like it's right. I don't think Mason Greenwood is at the level where people will just not care.
So if it was Cristiano Ronaldo, you think
he literally caught a rape charge in America?
Yes.
He literally happened. Huh?
But at like what age?
It doesn't matter the age; it matters the skill. If Pedri raped somebody in Barcelona right now, I hate to say it, you really think they're gonna like follow it up crazy? I don't think that'll be like the most thorough investigation in Barcelona history.
I'm just using like Kobe as my example of.
But the star power is too much. And
you don't think?
And Greenwood it's a one league sport in one country. Like it's not too comparable in my opinion.
Okay, so what you're saying is like it was harder to replace a 24-year-old Kobe than a 21-year-old Greenwood.
And then the league could not afford to lose a 24-year-old Kobe.
That's true.
The league had a vested interest,
especially at 24 years old.
The league had a vested. This was still Froby, if I'm not mistaken.
So Michael Jordan was just about to retire
on the Wizards. This is the next guy. Are we really gonna say get him out of here?
But so that comes to my point at the end of the day that
country,
it's like they care more about the business,
and they can spin it if they really wanted to. We've seen sick shit like that in America.
In 2 or 3 years,
no one's gonna remember. No one knows that Ronaldo has a rape charge. I didn't even remember that until I saw it on Google.
If Mason Greenwood finds a new team and scores like 5 goals, nobody will ever say he comes back right and scores like 5 goals in 5 games. Nobody will talk about his guy.
No, quite literally, yeah. I mean, success will wipe everything. If he literally he goes back to the form he was,
how,
it'll wipe everything.
You being good at something just wipes out everything else.
Are you kidding me? They never talk about like the nastiness that Ryan Giggs gets up to. Giggsy, hell yeah. Giggsy's dealing with a case like that right now.
Whoa, what kind of case?
He was smashing his brother's wife for like 9 years.
I heard about this. He ain't shit, but he's not like illegally ain't shit. He's like morally not a good person. I'm not gonna. So what? John Terry not playing either? Like, come on, bro. We benching players for pining their brother's wife, bro. Like that's family business. That don't got nothing to do with me. If you raped your brother's wife, that's different. I'm talking about like sexual assault and things like that. I'm not talking about morals. John Terry could have never played if it was about morals. This guy was pining everybody.
Yeah. I mean, Luis Suarez as well.
I don't like Luis Suarez for racist reasons. Because he's racist, not me. Or allegedly, I don't know. Yeah, that was a whole thing.
I mean, that's a thing I don't want to get too much into, like, the mud raking, whatever. Because I don't know the story fully.
10th grade social studies.
But, yeah, he was charged with.
It's muck raking, though.
Didn't I say muck raking?
Mud buggity thing. Are you talking about mud rake? Sheesh, double entendre. Get this guy in this booth.
Yeah. But anyway, let's bring things back to the States.
Yes.
Barca signed an LA Galaxy player, right?
That's interesting.
Sounds desperate, but don't mind me.
Or is that the only place their money is still good?
They need at least one American player on their team, you know?
Need?
I guess. Yeah, after Dest left, they have to fill.
They signed another right back.
I still rate Dest, bro. Shout out to that guy.
I've never seen him play.
Who do you guys think is the best player?
In the USA warm-up, you never seen him play?
Julian Araujo?
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about
Dest play, but I've never seen Araujo play. Is he Ronald Araujo's brother?
Yo, I thought that.
Yo,
I was like, yo, is this like Nico Bro?
Then I looked at Ronald. I'm like, yo, he's like 6'5". This dude's like 5'5".
I mean, hey, he could have got mom's height, dad's height, whoever's short or tall, you know. But nah, I mean,
different dads.
Born 2001.
Oh, he's 5'10". That's not that bad.
He looks more like dating at 5'10" though. 5'10" is Tim's.
On the dating app, he's 6 foot. What are you talking about?
Man, this guy is sick.
But anyway, who do you guys think is the best player to get exported from the MLS? To play for the MLS.
Is it the guy, the classic Landon?
No shot.
Not Landon. Or Clint? What about Clint?
Alphonso Davies is the best.
Yeah, he started
I'm tweaking.
in
I'm thinking Americans. This guy's Canadian. Oh, wow. Yeah,
I don't care if it's American or not.
No. I was thinking. I was only
not
thinking
the best
American
American player, the best export.
No. That was me.
Yeah, So
yeah, that's a great answer. I think.
Even though he wasn't on Vancouver for very long, right?
He played.
No, but he played in their academy.
Yeah, I know, but like he didn't play on the men's team for very long before Bayern got him, right? He got him.
He probably has less than 50 caps for Vancouver. Yeah, he's roadman Freddie Adu.
Roadman Freddie Adu.
I can see Alphonso Davies at the end of his career being like one of the best left backs ever.
I agree with that. He's a guy I really rate him too. He's not like Marcello yet, but
that would be impressive. If you say so. I don't really understand defense, to be honest.
All right.
I'm a come clean.
Yeah,
I don't really know how
Alphonso
defense
Davies,
works.
maybe his distribution might not be the best, but like he defends. I think
he's a great
I think he's a
defender.
really good defender. He has incredible pace,
Yo, his speed is different.
and like I'd say is like he has
He
the
just
potential
plays
to
the
be
right way.
one-
Like he's just
one-
like, oh god, I
if
hate
not
to
the
say
best left back in the world, like
that.
one of the top three.
Oh, wow.
I don't think that's a crazy take at all.
High praise. If you say so, I believe
Wait,
you.
name me 3 other left backs that you would take.
No,
over.
I don't pay attention to defense, bro. I can't tell you 3 left backs I played with myself. ain't nothing.
The thing
I'm
about
always
lefty,
going past the left backs.
Yo,
That's my thing.
These wingers are
Left
crazy.
backs,
Left backs, you're going past? Yeah.
Both sides, bro.
Oh,
Don't matter.
okay.
Don't matter. Yeah, when I used to go at the left back, all you'd hear is switch. I used to say baby food.
barbecue chicken.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, we gotta get some highlight tapes up.
No, Almiron also. He's doing well for himself, and I'd say he's one of the better MLS exports.
Hopefully, there's a lot more to come in the future. You know?
Yeah.
Factual.
Jack Harrison?
He's not an export.
What do you mean? He started with
Oh, that is
NYCFC.
true. Jack Harrison.
Yeah. Look at the way he changes tone. Yeah, he played college soccer, bro.
MLS.
But then, like, he was never like on an England men's team. You know, like he was never on an England first team before he went
No,
to.
he was in the academy, but yeah.
That is true.
Who did Christian Pulisic play for before Chelsea? Wasn't it somewhere in Germany?
Dortmund.
Yeah. And before there?
PA Classics.
Yeah, so he was never
In Pennsylvania.
no caps in the
PA
MLS.
Classics.
Yeah.
But at this rate, he might be playing the MLS pretty soon.
Relax.
so.
Relax.
Red Bulls, do your thing.
Yeah, eh?
Make it happen.
Yo, do that. I'll come to some games. Yo, sponsor the pod too. You know? We're from New York. We could put a little Red Bulls banner up here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So wearing Red Bulls warm
up.
ups.
You said Red Bulls though, and not the other New York team.
Chill.
Nah,
Do
The
you know who I support? Why would I support the mans of their mans, bro?
The team that actually wins trophies.
Whoa! You got a seckle, bro.
Well, why you did that, bro?
Completely unnecessary shot.
Why you brought that up, bro?
why we shooting? Damn. Why I just tried to empty the clip?
In all seriousness, has Red Bulls ever won
I don't think
MLS championship?
Not that I know of.
They've won a supporter shield. No. See, this is what's going on, right? Y'all
Wait. We forgot a player.
Who?
Tyler Adams.
He just moved over.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, you
That's
think?
our guy.
What about Weston?
Huh?
Come on, Weston. Come on, son.
McKinney? I don't like his touch. His touch blows mine.
Nah, I'm still convinced that he's just
Wait, where did Weston play before?
his uncle is like the president of Juventus or something. He was on FC Dallas, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, this guy is crazy.
Yeah.
But Tyler Adams is a good one too. Little upstate guy.
And let
he
me
lives
say,
like 20 minutes from us.
From y'all.
let me say also, just on the Red Bulls point,
New
because
York had the best time.
I gotta shoot them some bail, right? If you're talking about MLS championships, like this is America, right? I get that. But if you go by the supporter shield they give out to the team that ended the season with the most points, how soccer's supposed to be done, the team at the most points wins. I think they have 3 of those. So just
That's
saying.
fair.
I just
So
want to
they
bring
won
that
the
up.
regular season. That's what you're talking about.
Yo, all right.
The regular season. Now we're in America.
All right,
we're
bro.
saying regular season.
Wait,
Yo, the
but
season
that's how
is the season.
that's how soccer in America goes.
It's stupid.
until they change it.
No, they should though.
Whatever, bro.
They should just make it like what soccer fans are used to. But I
You-
mean,
you
you're
won
trying
the
to market
regular
the game in
season.
America.
Congrats,
You know,
bro.
just do your.
You still
do
don't
it
got
as
a
much as you
trophy.
can. Make it as like familiar for people as you
Look
can.
how
I guess.
quickly they switch.
Nah.
NYCFC fan over here.
NYCFC.
You know I like Red Bulls better. Come on.
I rate Red Bulls. I got free Red Bulls
The
tickets
only
one
reason
time.
the only thing that switched.
And I
me
have a
to New
friend
York
that played
City
for
is
Red Bulls
that
actually.
Villa played
Nah,
for
bro.
them.
I rate Red Bulls. I do rate Red Bulls.
Oh, but Henri playing for Red Bulls. That was
Thierry.
that was enough. For
I think
me.
I saw him play for them in their stadium. I can't remember when, but I think we did go to a game.
You were blessed by greatness.
Yeah, absolutely. Thierry.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's the only
Yeah.
Arsenal player I ever respected.
Yeah. He
Him
made
and
me,
no. Him and Patrick Vieira. Excuse me.
You didn't respect Van Persie?
When he was a United player. Absolutely, when he was a United player.
You know who was nice on Arsenal, but just like was a Hazard type with zero work ethic. You guys
Adebayor?
remember?
Oh, okay.
You guys remember Samir Nasri?
Yeah, what should we
Oh
remember?
my God, he was nice.
What about
Samir
Santi
Nasri.
Cazorla?
Ooh, you throwing it back. Wow.
That's like I think one of the most underrated players ever.
Yo, I could I could see why you would
It
say
just
that.
sucks for him that he played with like the best 3 Spain midfielders of all time.
Yeah, there's a
He was a
Or else
victim of
he
his
was, like,
age.
just
Yeah.
Gotten a lot more playing
Yeah.
time.
He was
Wait,
born at the wrong time.
4 maybe. Just
Xabi Alonso.
Xabi
Iniesta.
Alonso too.
Mhm. David Silva was forced onto the
That's
wing.
5.
because of-
Damn.
Damn, yo.
That's why Spain didn't even play with the forward. They just played with like 7 midfielders.
Somebody will score.
And we're still trying to
go
do
out
that
there.
right now.
Go out there, guys.
That was the craziest. I mean, Spain. Like I'll never forget them beating Italy in that Euro 2012 final. That looked like
was a good
Like a pickup
game,
soccer game, man. It was
bro.
4-0 and like I don't think Italy touched the ball.
It looked like a master
The
class.
finals are not supposed to look like that.
It looks like, you know, when like an older team comes in and it's like, you're gonna scrimmage the game, but you know, like try to learn something from
Yeah.
this game. You know, like take something in. Like, damn, yo, we got to do that series. All right, in the summer, I promise we'll do it. We're gonna do like best Champions League games. We'll do best Euro fight, or you want to do like best European,
Just best international team.
best international games, best Champions League games, best Premier League game. We can
Best
do a whole.
goals, best assists,
We got to start doing.
best players.
We got to do it by decades then. If we're gonna go deep,
Yeah.
we got to do like 2000s, 2010, 2010 to 2020.
Yeah, you can talk about the best games from the 60s.
I mean, I know you guys aren't up on it like that, so.
Oh, yeah, football historian over here.
We can do 2000s on.
All I know is Alex Ferguson's start to his career was trash. When I learned that as a kid, I was like, "What? Man,
His playing career or his managerial career?
managerial?"
Are you sure?
Yeah, apparently his first year was atrocious.
Oh,
They were, like,
first
calling for
year.
his head.
I get that.
I didn't
But
say
he-
early. What's earlier than the first year?
Oh, early. I thought you just meant like the Aberdeen years in general.
No. Like literally, like
His
year
first
1 and
year.
2, they were like, "Yo, get him
I
out of
mean,
here."
It's not everyone pulls a Guardiola and wins the fucking Champions League in their first year.
And not everybody has that much money or those good players to do it with.
Yo, you're convinced Pep is not a good manager. No, you're not convinced. You're just mad he didn't end up at United.
I can either confirm or deny those allegations, actually. And I'll leave it there.
You're just mad you ended up with David Moyes.
I can't. Oh, my God. Yo, don't even get me into that window where we thought we were going to get Pep and Klopp and didn't get neither one. But we got Mourinho instead of Klopp, so I wasn't tight. But when we were supposed to get Pep, bro, you see how long it took us to get our bald savior? Come on, son. It's getting ridiculous. My goodness. Boys, it's getting late. It's getting a little silly.
Past my bedtime.
We've been podding for a while now. Looks like we're going to wrap this thing up. Thank you for joining us again for another week of the Over the Top podcast. I have been Brandon.
Juan.
You just Juan, nothing else?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, word.
Jay
I
Smooth.
don't got anything else to say.
Jay Swizzle.
You got all the nicknames, you know.
Jay Valentine.
I bet say I'm out, but you know this is Jay Sweezy, Jay Smooth, Juanissimo, Juan the Don,
Juanda.
Juan the Dream, Juan, the gal
Alright, now
them
you can
Sunday,
say some
Monday,
nicknames for Nick.
and then that's Nick. All right, but nah, for real, we're out of here, y'all. Thank you, man. It's been a great pod.